This is Damon Stevens with Finwealth Builders. Today is Monday, February 14th, 2022, and this is stock market update for our trades of the day. What a market it was. When I had the rocket flat yesterday and the bears and the bulls equal, who would have known that we had a flat day today? But let's take a look and see what happened in the market. So looking at Dow Jones ended up down 1.49%, NASDAQ 0 basically, and S&P 500 0.38 down. And you see this nice little W pattern here on the Dow. Typically, if you have a W pattern on a larger time frame, that means usually things are going to go north from here. Now this is a short time frame, so this is 1 day. So will it go north? It's possible, but definitely saw the price action. Make it a little W here. Nasdaq pulled down. This was really your play of the day. Really was in the afternoon. The Dow, you could have played this one up in the morning and down. You got a nice V shape here. NASDAQ was down this little pop here, and then you had a little bit shorter one here, which was a retracement back basically to where we started the day out. S&P 500 again, dip, and then a play out. As we get the charts, it'll be interesting to show you kind of what we talked about last night in the video versus what we saw in the market today, and it was interesting some of the numbers that we hit. But you see here, energy was down. Finally, energy showing some weakness. We saw some money moving back into some of our FANG stocks. But overall, pretty much red for the day. Nothing on our scanner really hit that brought interest, so I didn't trade anything there. And looking at our earnings, so again for this week, really light. Nothing that I'm really focused on except maybe this on the 17th on Thursday on Walmart and John Deere. Then on Friday, looking at Zillow. Zillow is one of the ones we're looking at to possibly ride today. And I don't know if you took a look at this one. It gave a lot of movement, so you got a lot of movement on it. So if you scalp this one, came right up to our trend line here and just spiked it and then pulled back, which that's an area of resistance for it. So Zillow still on our list. Looking for a continuation play there. Hopefully here. Tesla, we talked about this last night. It's on the 200s right on there. We didn't want to see it drop below it. It did not. It rallied up a little bit. We got about 25 points, 20 points on this that you could have picked up this morning. But we're kind of flat today. We stayed on the highs. I like that. That maybe we can retrace this candle and start to climb up this candle here and rally up here. On Amazon, you can see Amazon pulled back on you, and then it went back up. And we ended the day above the 20. So that's good. That's what we want to see. We just need a couple of continuation days to show up here. So a lot of movement on Amazon today. Definitely several plays you could have had in Amazon. Chipotle, we talked about this also in our video that we'd probably, looking to possibly pull back and chase this candle down a little bit here, retrace a little bit. And you can see here, we just kind of stayed flat. So we do have a red bar here. So maybe we're ready to if there's weakness in the market, maybe that'll give us a chance to grab a little bit of CMG on the way down. EOG, it pulled back here, so it's still on support here, but we did have a little pullback there today. Saba, it couldn't get going today. We kind of broke this trend line here, but we couldn't get above it, and so we pulled back here. And it could be that we just pulled back from here as well. You can see last time we tagged the trend line, we pulled way back. This is the next time we've come up and kind of hit that, and now we're pulling back and retracing a little bit. So it could that we could pull back in this triangle here. Thought we could get a breakout, and what I do is want to see breakout, bounce off of here, off of support, and then climb higher. But we still could come down here and maybe test somewhere down here around the 35-50 range, kind of bounce. But the tighter you go, the more movement you're going to get on the upside or downside. It's also very difficult to know kind of what direction you're going. It looked like obviously we're going to break out. We failed. But we can see if we can make another breakout. So watching Saba for another breakout. AMC didn't do anything for us today. It looked like it was setting up a bullish flag here, and it still may. And see if we can pop up here. But AMC was nothing today. Exxon sitting there consolidating as well. Apple pulled back a little bit. Then it just climbed up and ended right on that 50. So hopefully we can rally back up this candle. Let's break down the candle here tomorrow or maybe this week. Boeing pulled back again, retraced a little bit down more, sitting right on the 20. So hopefully we can hold this level of support, bounce off. But the momentum here you see typically this has kind of been going up and down, between this channel. and this wedge going down here. So, more likely it was going to come down here, but it doesn't have to. It's consolidated before and it gone back up. So just going to watch that for but where it wants to go. Facebook, we're looking for a double bottom here, possibly. We went a little bit lower than double bottom. We put a lower low in. Don't like that. That means we probably aren't going to bounce off of here, possibly. So looking for a continuation play down on Facebook, and somewhere probably closer down towards the 200, maybe 210, 200 level. ARC was flat today, so no movement there. 10-year bonds, 10-year, just flat here, really flat. Like did not move at all much today. US oil, we are still above our trend line here, upper trend line, but very much flat for the day. The dollar curling up here, just retrace about half of that mark. It should have had resistance here. It may have resistance, or maybe it'll just continuation play up north. VIX, we got a little spike. It's the one we tell you to watch every morning, pre-market and also the pre-open, to see which direction we're going. You can see here that it spiked up and then pull back. And the 32 level or above, that's really going to bring the markets coming down. So obviously that was resistance and we pull back. So we're right here at a little bit of a gap here. So let's see if we can pull back here. If we pull back and fill this gap and move down tomorrow, we might be able to get a little bit of a relief rally back up, but we'll see. We'll look at some other charts and I'll show you what other things might play out here. Looking at SPY. So the SPY, let's see. I had a couple of charts. Okay, I set it up here. So let me go to different time frame here. All right, I'll just stay on this one because you can see here. So SPY, you see here where we closed, pretty much flat today, but we're barely under this 200, which is what I didn't want to see. What I was thinking was going to happen, this would look like it probably was a little double top here, right? A little M right here. Typically, if you see an M, you're going to see a play to the downside. And so that's what I was expecting if we did break that 440 and especially close it below it. That we could probably come down here and maybe double bottom or break through it and really have a continuation play that's about the distance of this M right here, this double top. So looking to see what happens the rest of this week. We could remain flat, but right now we're below the 200. That is a bearish sign, and typically on a play like this you are going to see continuation down. So we'll see if we can get back above 440 in the morning. That'd be great. That will help us, and we can rally up. And if we break down and continue to break down, and the funny thing about this, and I'll show you the next chart, but last night in the video we had this 435 area marked out as far as being support, and looking to see if it bounces there and if it breaks there to know that we're coming down lower. Here's an intraday chart. This is a 10-minute chart. So you see here, this is all pre-market, came down pre-market, hit 435 last night, hit it again this morning before the market opened, and then we stayed up above it all day long and almost made another M right here. You see it? And came back down. And so typically if you see this M, you don't expect a continuation play down, and it didn't. And after hours, it came down 435 again. So you can see we hit it pre-market and post-market. So, and then it just rallied up. So interesting. Funny games that markets play, and funny that they come into the numbers when you're not playing it or can't play it, or others can't play it. So just interesting. I thought I'd just share that with you. But anyways, we did bounce off of it. So we bounced off of this double top. So the question is, can we go back on this daily chart and do we bounce off this top as well? This double top. So we'll see tomorrow what it brings. If we can get back above the 200, look for a rally up here at least to 444. And then expect resistance. If we break through that, then we got a nice run after that. But we got to get through this 440, the 444 level, and then rally up towards 451. And if we break down, then look for continuation play down here on this M, on this double top, through 435 and possibly down to 430, down this 430 level. So that's what I'm looking at on SPY. Hopefully that was interesting for you to see on the chart. Triple Qs almost have this little M as well, or you call the cup here and a little handle, right? So, and this is a reverse cup and handle. So typically on a reverse cup and handle, you have a continuation down. So again, whether you're calling this a double top or a cup and handle, usually the play is down. So we're seeing that on the triple Qs as well. Semiconductors, you can all see this is a cup and a handle. That means down. Now, does it do that? The market want to just totally fake everybody out and just rally up here for it? It could rally up, but typically it's going to be down. So we'll see what this week brings out. But that's what I'm seeing here. Dow Jones. Some people might call this a head and shoulders, but this one's taller, so it can't be a shoulder. So this is maybe a double top here, right here, because you got it hit here, and just a little bit higher here. So, typically you'd see possibly a pullback here. But you see this line here is holding strong. This is our blower trend line. And we almost came down, hit it again today. So we'll see if that can hold and rally back up here. It did close right on the 200. So a nice little fake out here on whether or not it wanted to rally or come down further. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow. But market's like really smart on staying right on the support and resistance lines right now. That way you don't know which direction it's going to go. IWM, so IWM, you can see here this trend line is kind of just creeping up above it. So slowly trying to climb up here. We have a wedge here, so we'll see, how long it takes to get momentum to break this out. Financials came down below the 50 and then bounced back up above the 50. Again, wants to stay right there, but at least it's on the support level, not the resistance level. XLE, it's just staying up there towards the top. XLV, just sit here, the 50, we've hit it several times in the past. So we talked about in our videos. We're down here just close to it now. So still seeing weakness in healthcare. So it's not ready to take off here again. XLK, this is the technology. So you can see here just totally flat. Bitcoin's just kind of in this little channel here, it's kind of just following along this little trend line here. Then we either probably going to break out this direction or up north. So just waiting to see a sign of which way it wants to go. GLA is found support here off the 20. So looking for a bounce here off the 20. CRO right here on the 20, looking for a bounce off the 20 to move back up. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, what we're looking at in the marketplace. And, tomorrow's direction, who knows? We have a few that are below critical support, and we have a few above. So markets, you're going to have to watch the market, watch pre-market to see which direction we're going. My levels still are in play on the SPY, still in play on Tesla and others. When they're sitting on those support levels, nothing's changed. And it was a nice flat day today. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Stay safe out there. It might be turnaround Tuesday, which means that it would be, possibly a rally up. But since we were flat today, it could be a rally down too. So watch the price action. We'll talk tomorrow night, see how your trades went, and hope you had a great, successful day. Everybody have a great night.